Howdy Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for the Elusive Samurai chapter 207. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel, and in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And nah, we ain't sponsored by Shueisha. And nah, we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus. And nah, we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable Will Bubba Kitty, who's somewhere around here, and this operation, well, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked spring anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Vigilante, Boku no Hero Academia Legals, and Fire Force Season 3. And there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, oh my god. So, last chapter was a fantastic reminder of why I love this manga, because Gemba gave a fantastic explanation on why people who love degenerate shit are better than the pearl-clutching prudes. And that is because we got no shame. We don't bow to conventional shit. Nah, you guys are bound by your rules. We perverts, we degenerates, we don't give a fuck. And that's why we win. And I love Matsui for this shit. You have no idea. But anyways, let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. Oh my god, this... What now with this goddamn butterfly? Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. A butterfly to control their master. Oh god, removing the, Kensoku no Kan, aka War Now, means to defeat wicked vassals who lead a lord astray. First of all, thank you. Thank you for leaving Kensoku no Kan there, John Wary. Thank you. Having a translation note would be nice. I'm just saying, but it's better than like straight up localizing it. So I will accept that. We attacked an evil vassal, not our lord, so we aren't disloyal. These serve as excuses for a coup d'etat, but that doesn't mean that the lord himself survives unscathed. So far, I'm liking this history lesson here. I am, okay, because this is literally how coup d'etats are. He may have to retire or suffer confinement and end up starving to death or falling victim to assassins. And also, this art's great. Whatever happens, his glory days are over. No ruler has ever, throughout history, no ruler has ever survived such developments. Say a few words to Kuji-sama, then we'll move on without you. I really wish this background was, there was gradation in this background, or like it looked more demonic. The faces are somewhat giving me like semi-demonic, but I really wish I was getting like this more demonic atmosphere in this panel. And here we go. Let me read this here. Will this be the end for TAKAUJI? And this chapter is titled Peak 1351. This chapter is titled Peak? This chapter better be freaking peak, Matsui. In war, might makes right, and losers must obey the winners. Without exception, that is the truth of history. Damn straight it is. TAKAUJI was to retire, forfeit all his power, and live out his life in isolation. Oh my god, he's taking all this and eating it. taking like what was just said and eating it. Ugh. History tastes awful. Next time I'll cook it. How do you cook history? How? What does this mean? Oh, just as with Lord Aki, history has changed again. Oh, he stepped on it! What the fuck? I will now address matters in the wake of the recent fighting. First, my praise to the 42 guards who obeyed me to the end. I shall confer rewards on them for their loyalty. As for the assassination of my steward, I extend no forgiveness to the Yoseki brothers and sentence them to death. Moving on. Oh my god! Takuji is defying logic. I love this. I hate Takuji, but I love this. Moving on. No, wait. Hold on a second. Why are you calling the shots, Shogun? You're on the losing side. Who was the target of your imperial decree for subjugation? It was not me. It was Kono. What were their given names? Moro. Anyway, the Kono brothers, I was caught up in my vassals' infighting. That is, the truly guilty parties broke the peace treaty to kill the Kono brothers. Killing the shogun's stewards without permission was an act of treason against me, and thus merits a death sentence. If you have objections, then voice them now, you pathetic humans. Takuji! Wow! Takuji destroyed their logic! Because remember what was happening? They were trying to use the vassals as a scapegoat. We're like, yeah, we weren't disloyal to you. Nah, but they were your vassals, so yeah, you're going down with them. And then like what Takuji said, I want to read that again. That was great. This was fucking amazing. Well, now just the matters in the wake of the recent fighting. First, my praise to the 42 guards who obeyed me to the end. I shall confer the rewards on them for their loyalty. As for the assassination of my steward, I extend no forgiveness to the Yoseki brothers and sentence them to death. Moving on. No, wait. Hold on a second. Why are you calling the shots, Shogun? You're on the losing side. Well, what's the target of your imperial decree for subjugation? It was not me. It was Kono. Because remember what was said. Again, what was said? It was to defeat the wicked vassals who led a lord astray for removing the Sokudokan. And what they said, the other people said, we attacked an evil vassal, not our lord, so we aren't disloyal, and those serve as excuses for a coup d'etat. But yeah, Takuji ain't buying that shit. And as Takuji said, who is the target of your imperial decree for subjugation? It was not me, it was Kono! See, I see through your bullshit! Yeah! What were their given names? Moro. Anyway, the Kono brothers, I was caught up in my vassals' infighting. That is, the truly guilty parties broke the peace treaty to kill the Kono brothers. Killing the shogun's steward without permission was an act of treason against me, and thus merits a death sentence. God, see, this is why I wish there was some gradation in the background and it was looking, and the scene was, or the panels were looking more demonic. Because you have Takuji unleashing this divine light, and it would have looked so sick. Like, the effect would have been sick. If you have objections, then voice them now, you pathetic humans. Yes! His presence is overwhelming. Like, oh my god, turned into a pig! Tadayoshi, do you object? I believe that death is too harsh for the Usagi. Perhaps exile? But they have already fled to Kanto, so exile would hardly be punishment at all. Dude, Takuji is just destroying mofos with this logic. My apologies. If I agree to be lenient despite their lawlessness, then you will accept the rewards that I have determined. The authority lies with me. Are we agreed? Yes, Lord. Then I grant... Dude! This is beautiful. Then I grant forgiveness. I leave the rest to you. Yes, Lord, dude, Takuji is fucking God. I see you, Matsui, where we have, in Takuji's robes, we see the galaxy, and we see Earth, like that, and this is where I will forgive a white background, because what Matsui is giving is TAKAUJI is God. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Again, I wish like the backgrounds prior to this, bottom panel on page 12 specifically, were given more. Like page 11 is giving me everything. Page like starting like on page, I'd say page 7. Yeah, page 7. Page 7 is giving me everything. It's doing what it needs to do. It is giving me divinity. It is giving me God. And like, I believe that TAKAUJI is a fucking god just dominating over everybody. But like, for some reason, though, like, you can fucking see it, and it is great. But for some reason, like on page 11, right? I think it's page 11. Or page 12. Like, the top part of page 12, I don't get it as much. Like, the top right of page 12. Top left, I'm not having an issue with. The background in the mid panel of page 12, it would have been nice to, I would have been fine with that, having like a blank white background for that, and then that, because that would have been a great transition into the this bottom panel. This bottom panel on page 12 is everything. Matsui is just coming back swinging, because there's been like a few, like I would say like the most recent like few chapters, I've been saying that something going on with Matsui. I don't know what it is, but like the art just hasn't been giving me like Elusive Samurai, because Matsui's art is like next level. But this chapter, this is Elusive Samurai. This is the manga I fell in love with. Dude, oh my god, then the top part of page 13 where he has like the fucking galaxy. Ah! The impossible had happened. Tadayoshi had called this meeting to discuss his rule, but TAKAUJI had single-handedly overturned it. TAKAUJI had lost the war and was powerless, so Tadayoshi could have done as he pleased. Every argument was in Tadayoshi's favor, but a ruler holds the right to bestow rewards, and Tadayoshi had let that slip from his grasp. It proved Kenma's point! But dude! Oh my god! Page 14! Matsui, you called this chapter peak? This is freaking peak! Oh my god, this chapter is peak! Where we see Matsui. See, here we go. Matsui have TAKAUJI. Here we go. TAKAUJI's godlike influence have reached its peak. Damn straight reached its peak. This is fucking peak. Oh my god, this is peak. We're seeing TAKAUJI, like, this is just making, in a way, this makes me think of the God of High School when Mubong was at his peak. But like, god, this art, this is divine. This is beautiful, Matsui. I am so happy with this. The galaxy, the universe looks beautiful. TAKAUJI's like outfit looks sick. I'm not gonna lie, the movement of it looks great. I would love to see, to be nitpicky, okay, because I gotta be nitpicky. I wish the outfit looked more like the cloak itself for the looks good, because I'm getting the light off of it is looking great. But I wish it looked a little bit more ethereal, if I have to be a little bit nitpicky. I really would have loved for TAKAUJI to look more like ethereal, and maybe even like a mixture of like a demon god kind of thing. Maybe that's what it is. It's just something. But again, that's being nitpicky, but god, this is peak. This is freaking peak. Because, you know what, that's the thing that's missing. Because remember, throughout the Elusive Samurai, what we've gotten with TAKAUJI is we've gotten like this demonic god realness going on. I feel like we're still kind of missing it. But remember what we saw? I think it was like either last chapter. It was a couple chapters ago when we saw like that really beautiful pattern that was making up that was underneath TAKAUJI's skin. That's what I feel like is kind of missing. I would have loved to see more of that here for TAKAUJI. And also, I would have liked to see more of like some of the demonic appearance that the monstrous appearance that we saw earlier in the manga. Like, I feel like that's what's kind of missing. I need more. But anyways, many extraordinary natural phenomena have occurred recently. Consecutive earthquakes, lightning strikes, and destruction, and the configuration of the planets is inauspicious. Is that TAKAUJI's fault? I've sensed it for 10 years. Divine power from around the world is gathering around TAKAUJI and Kyo. Ooh. He uses objects of veneration like gods and Buddhas to funnel power to himself, even from overseas. What the fuck? Like, again, remember what I was saying? That I feel like what's missing is, like, the demonicness that we've seen from TAKAUJI in his face. That's what's missing. Vast divine power controls heaven and earth, so he can even shape history to his own benefit. And the cost is the destruction of the world. The destruction of the world? This is beautiful. Divine energy also resides within the human body. Thus, if a land loses all its divine power, then people lose fortune and health, resulting in death. I love this. This anatomical art is great, but I like this yin-yang. This is one of the most interesting yin-yang art, pieces of art I've seen. Where you have, for the white, you have the life, right? And also the black is at the neck. And then at the bottom, you know, where the pelvis is, where the white is, and then like the bottom half, you have the skeletal, you know, for the death, representing death. This is genius. I like this. I do. And obviously it also is the black and the white, part of the yin yang, represents the divine energy. I like this. This is genius, Matsui. The places farthest from TAKAUJI will die first. Woo! Okay. Close your eyes, Nisama. The divine power that TAKAUJI absorbed from overseas gave me a vision. What hell is this? During the internal strife among the Ashikaga, a certain calamity spread across the Eurasian continent and reached its peak. What the fuck? TAKAUJI's responsible for the Black Plague? It is said that half the population in Europe died during an outbreak of the Black Plague. What the fuck? TAKAUJI's responsible for the Black Plague? People everywhere will die until only one god remains, standing among the worshippers at his feet. If TAKAUJI's life ends, then the god inside him will shift to his descendants and live forever. Whatever malevolent deity resides within him, we must drive it out to defeat TAKAUJI. See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Where's the demonic art? Come on. We, the children of a god, are not used, or what we used to be. Are not, oh my god. We, the children of a god, are not what we used to be. Yes! The final battle to fulfill our Father's will is near. So, yes. So, let's see. For the sake of mankind, defeat that deity. So, yeah, we are heading into the final arc, but dude, TAKAUJI is fucking OP! Holy shit, so TAKAUJI is responsible for the Black Plague! What the fuck? What the fuck? So, hold on a second. I want to go back to something else Shizuku said. Is that he also said many extraordinary natural phenomena have occurred recently. Consecutive earthquakes, lightning strikes, and destruction. And the configuration of the planets is inauspicious. So, if TAKAUJI is responsible for, like, natural disasters happening overseas, would that mean he's responsible for Mount Vesuvius? Like, erupting? But dude, what the fuck? TAKAUJI's responsible for the Black Plague? What the fuck? What? curious what you guys think. Do you guys think that the thing that's missing in all of this is that we're not seeing, well, I gotta use the term from God of High School, seeing the supreme being or the supreme God inside of TAKAUJI, because that's what this is. This really is, because the supreme God that was in the God of High School was essentially a Buddha. Oh my God, it is the supreme God, isn't it? It's the supreme God. That's what this is. It is straight up the supreme God. It's the supreme God for the God of High School. That's what this is. But that's so interesting, isn't it? That because if anything, like the fact that he has for one thing, he is, he's uses objects of veneration like gods and Buddhas to funnel power to himself even from overseas. So if he's using objects of veneration like gods, he's using the Greek gods. He's using the Greek/Roman gods. He's using like the gods up in China. He's using the African gods. He's using what's the other ones that I'm thinking of too? He's using the Persian gods, or well, yeah. Oh my God, what is it? He's using my God. Like he's like going. He's using the Native American gods, the Aztecan gods, like Central American gods, South American gods. Like he's really like drawing in all of this shit. This is insane. But the thing that really, again, the first thing that comes to mind when I see this is the God of High School, because when Mubang had Mubang was able to do the same exact thing. For fuck's sake, he created another planet. But that's what this is. This is Mubang, man. This is the supreme God. But dude, he's responsible for the Black Plague. But it says here, people everywhere will die until only one God remains, standing among the worshippers at his feet. So like we got a battle of gods happening here too. But if that's the case, where are the rest of the gods in all this? But there's also this part too. If TAKAUJI's life ends, then the God inside him will shift to his descendants and live forever. So it won't stop if TAKAUJI dies. No, it will go into his descendants. It will find a way into his descendants. That's not good. But I'm dude, this is fucking wild. But dude, TAKAUJI caused the fucking Black Death. What the hell? But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Elusive Samurai content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!